This is Bob Maloney from MyMMAnews.com, and today's guest is my man Davis Oracio Jr. And Davis, it's fight week for you. He has a fight coming up at Ohio Combat League 14. Davis, before we even get into the business and fighting, you and I have bonded over the years for your love and your business of raising pit bulls, and I consider you a friend, not just an interview. And how's life going? How's them big, beautiful dogs, and how's the family?
Everything's been going good. Obviously, with Corona, things have slowed down, but business is good. I opened a gym. The gym is doing really good. It's a little slow at the beginning, but it's picking up great. Building a really good team here. My business with the dogs has been doing very well. I actually have a couple nice breedings planned this year. I'll be posting them up pretty soon. And do really nice shows down in Kentucky. A friend of mine named Josh runs it. He owns Muscled Up Kennels, and they do a great job, like representing the breed. And we go down there and we just show people that these dogs are more than the bad reputation they get. So it's just a good time, and it's a good environment to show people that, what these dogs are really about.
Well, give a shout out to your gym. What's the name of the gym? Tell me a little bit about it. Everybody who doesn't know Davis has a very large resume as far as kickboxing. He dabbles in mixed martial arts. This is an MMA cage fight he has coming up at Ohio Combat League. I know he told me he's going to hopefully go back into kickboxing if he can find somebody, brave enough to step into the ring with him. But what's the name of your gym?
I opened my own gym. It's kickboxing. It's mostly a kickboxing MMA gym, but the gym is called Team Beast Mode. We keep it real simple. Of course, my logo, pit bulls, We're doing really good, though. We specialize mostly in kickboxing, and we have MMA twice a week. I bring in a very good jiu-jitsu guy to teach everyone, and it's been going really well.
Well, tell me about your path into the sport, Davis. What brought you into kickboxing and then into, fighting and having a gym? Were you into it when you were younger? How did it all come about? Tell us about your path a little bit.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Come from Youngstown, Ohio. There's not really much here, so it's hard coming up as a kid. The only thing I've really ever been good at was dealing with animals and fighting. So when I was around 17 years old, I met a guy named Andy Belke. I started training in traditional martial arts. It was really fun. Had different karate tournaments and things like that. Never took it too serious at first. And as I get a little older, I had my daughter. And then I decided, I need to make a choice if this is really what I want to do. And I made a decision, and I just started training full time. I went from traditional martial arts. I took my first step into kickboxing against a very experienced guy, my very first fight. His name was Marcus, and it was a great time. I lost a split decision, and that was it. Like, I was just passionate after that. It was like just the feel of combat, just the love of fighting, and you don't get in trouble for it. And it's like, what is better than that? You get to physically express yourself and let things out in today's world. And, it's very frowned upon. So I love it. Fighting is just everything to me. I love training. I love training people, which is new to me. There's a couple things that are a lot different than they used to be, but fighting is my life.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Now, I believe this is your 8th MMA fight. How many kickboxing fights do you think you have? Do you know exactly, or just give me a guess?
I believe I have 7.
Okay, so you have 7 official pro kickboxing fights, right?
Yes, everyone is pro Muay Thai except for, I believe, 1 or 2 of them are kickboxing.
Because that's where you and I first met. You competed at USKA, and that's where I first met, and we became friends. And you knocked somebody out. I know that night. That was a great fight. And then I was like, "Wow, Davis is doing MMA. This is great. Let me reach out to him and let's talk about it." So, listen, how do you see this fight? I mean, your opponent Dan Stevenson has 3 fights. Are you a film guy? Do you go back and try to find what you can on him, or do you just say to hell with it? I'm going to get in there and impose my will and make adjustments. How did you attack this training camp?
I keep it really simple. I'm not a really big video guy. I like to watch my opponent maybe 2 or 3 fights, recent fights, because everyone evolves. Everyone gets better. Everyone's constantly getting better in the sport. So I keep it simple. I know what he's good at. He's an amazing grappler. He's strong, he's explosive, an extremely big guy. I'm actually going up a weight class for this fight. So I took this fight because it is a challenge. Everyone knows I'm a kickboxer. Everyone knows I'm a striker. And I know what they all think. They think I have no ground game. They think, that's my weakness. But I've actually been doing grappling for about 5-6 years. So I'm not bad at grappling. People just don't know. And I'm hoping this fight, I get to express that and show people that I am a good grappler. I can hang with really good high-level grapplers. And I just want to make an exciting night and take home the W.
Well, Davis, since you're not cutting weight as much or any at all, since it's up a weight class, do you feel stronger in this camp? I know normally, it's fight week. You're cutting back on your carbs and cutting back water loading. Has that enabled you to do more weight training? How does that work for you since you don't have to really cut much weight?
Yes, I've changed things up a little bit. I'm cutting less weight, but on the off season, I'm a foodie, so I do get pretty heavy. So the difference is my opponent's a little more muscular. I'm here to show up to show guys with dad bods can still win, So, but I'm water loading. I'm mostly on a high protein diet. I'm more like a carnivore diet. I like it. It's easy to keep. You lose weight a little easier. It works for my body type in general. So I'm doing that, water loading. And then this week I will cut the water and I will make 205 by Friday.
Fantastic. Davis, man, once again, Davis Oracio Jr., Fight Week, Ohio Combat League 14. Give some shout outs or some love. I know, like I said, give the name of your kennel out in case anybody, listen, if anybody out there wants a big, beautiful pit bull that's well taken care of and it is absolutely gorgeous, look my man Davis up. I love following him on social media. His dogs are absolutely gorgeous, and I know they get tons of love, and they go to family homes, and they're the greatest breed on the planet. Davis, give some love out to, like I said, your kennel and anybody, any sponsors, anybody who's giving you some moral support, leading up to you walking into that cage.
Yeah, my kennel is called Heart of Steel Pit Bulls. We've been around for about 5-6 years, like officially, and we have some big things coming up. I love my program. I work with a lot of really good kennels out there, Top Blue Kennels, RSL Kennels, and the one you see up here, it's World's Finest Pit Bulls. They're one of my sponsors. They've been with me since day one. The owner he's like a brother, we're family. He's a great guy. And I like to just thank some of my sponsors too, due to Corona and everything. I know it's hard for people to, give out money and help guys out. But I want to thank people who've been there with me since the beginning. And that's like Broadcast Phone. It's located here in Ohio. Really good company. Like I said, World's Finest Pit Bulls and Top Blue Kennels, who I've been working with. Those guys always been with me since day one, and I just plan on getting these W's. I definitely want to thank my team that I created for my own camp. As it is a little different. I train myself now, so it's a little different being your own boss, your own everything. So it's a little different, but I train with some really good guys, up-and-coming fighters, and a lot of potential here. And, Team Beast Mode, we're going to bring home another W. My last fight lasted 38 seconds. I believe this one will last a little bit longer, and it'll be an exciting fight.
Well, Davis, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Let's make it a regular thing. Best of luck for Team Beast Mode. Like I said, I saw you recently a couple of weeks ago, and you were working the corner for your fighters at USKA Delaware, so you obviously are building something special there. It's always great to talk to you, man. Consider you a friend, not just somebody I interview in the media. You got a big heart, and I wish you nothing but the best and best of skills this week. Let's talk soon. Go get that victory.
Thank you, man. Thanks for your time to do the interview. And one last thing I'd like to say is I'd just like to thank Ohio Fight League for even giving me the opportunity to have this fight. Ohio Combat, they do a great job, great shows. The matchmaker, Nicole, everything's been good. Everyone's keeping it very professional and just gracious and blessed for the opportunities.
Fantastic, man. Wish you nothing but the best. Keep going. You still got some years left in the sport, whether it's kickboxing or MMA. I know you're going to go in there and provide entertainment because you hit hard. One thing I remember from your fight, man, those kicks, they echoed in that arena. They're very loud. I know you strike hard, and like I said, taking on the grappler should be very interesting. Davis, best of luck to you, my man.
All right. Thank you very much, man.